Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for week 2 of the Haloball League.
We are in Lexington today at the Aquamarina Battle Dome.
We have a highly anticipated matchup between Fatal and Apex.
One key note about this game is that Team Fatal is without their captain, Nate Meyer, today. How do you think that impacts them?
I mean, that's a huge loss for Fatal. That's the heart and soul of Fatal. But they have a new entrant, Liam Graham, playing in his season opener this week.
You know, I'm only excited to see what this guy can put on.
I have huge hopes for my man Liam. And oh boy, Zach, is it jumping in the Battle Dome Arena right now.
My goodness, 50,000 in attendance tonight. It is off the chains, would I say, Alonzo?
Yes, sir. Let's send it down for the opening tip.
Set to tip off here. We have a Radke and Samuels tip off. Who do you think is going to win this one?
I think underratedly, Dylan's just going to pop out and beat Radke here.
You never know. I mean, Radke is, oh my goodness, he didn't even try. He went for the underneath strat.
Yeah, the underneath strat is more of a guard play, and Dylan is, you know, a bigger
Graham taking
player.
Jump shots right away, and that one's in for 2.
Oh boy. He starts off 1 for 1 in his Haloball League career.
On a jump shot, too.
It's very impressive.
This is the first we've seen of him. He grabs a rebound, hits it to Ryan in transition. The lob to Radke.
Should have taken the 1 there. And Jimmy, can we talk about how these two teams are both undefeated?
And, you know, these two teams are both undefeated after week 1. But, you know, we haven't seen this look of Apex, and also we haven't seen this look of Fatal, so.
Holy smokes.
So that was a smooth, buttery stroke if I've ever seen one.
So smooth and so buttery. I think we may have an MVP candidate coming.
You know, right off the rip, Graham is out there making the right plays. Radke taking a giant leap for the slam. Cannot put it down.
That was brother-on-brother contact between the Samuels there.
You know, you start to question whether or not if it's getting on a little personal level, that contact.
You know, Jimmy, I may be questioning that.
Here we see Galani, top of the key. Puts up the jump shot.
And that's 2. There's no offensive goaltending in the Haloball League, so you can just smack your teammates' shots.
Radke getting big. Cannot seem to finish.
And Apex has a different look than we saw last week as Asan slides in.
Galani with the super smooth finish there.
Oh, like silk.
You know, Alonzo, you take a look at a guy like Galani, and you can't think of anything else but silk. He's just so smooth.
I mean, silk and Rajon Rondo are the first 2 things that come to mind.
As he pokes it away there, but Graham was able to hustle for it. Jump pass to Ryan, and the floater is good.
Wow.
From Samuels.
A nice runner there.
Here we see Samuels top of the key. The little jump shot, no good. Board by Galani.
Easy
and
slam.
An easy slam.
And Jimmy, what can we say about Apex's alternate today, Jake Zeekman?
You know, Zeekman, he's new to the community. You know, foreign guy. Hasn't been playing ball for too long. I don't really know much about him.
You know, prospects have Zeekman as a top 15 Haloball League player in the nation.
You know, that's quite a deceiving stat, I must say, because there aren't that many Haloball players. And Radke just tosses that one out of bounds.
That one rolled out like Freddy Cougar at the roller rink.
You know, I can't deny that was exactly what I was thinking of. Galani, the shot fake, the lob to Samuels, cannot get it to go. Zeekman, offensive board.
And Zeekman is known for grabbing those offensive boards at will, creating an easy dunk for Samuels.
You know, they don't call him Zeke the hard beak for no reason.
And it was back in 3rd grade when he first got the hard beak nickname, Zach. Could you elaborate more on how that was?
You know, it was all on Halloween, you know. He decided to dress up as Crane from Kung Fu Panda.
Yep.
And he went around pecking, as one does. Hearing that name, and I think he's lived up to it ever since.
Yep, and it's been commonly known Zeekman has Crane as a top 3 Fu Panda character, which is just absolutely outrageous terror.
You know, if I see a take like that one more time out of Zeekman, you know, I wouldn't mind suspending him from the league. As Ryan hits another runner
And that was one where I kind of am looking.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God! Aladdin, do you want to take a ride on my magic carpet?
Oh my goodness! I'm no Taylor Swift, but if I'm Radke, I'd have bad blood after that one, Alonzo.
A missed scoop shot from Dylan there. Fatal on a huge run.
Ryan controlling the ball, making the smart plays, playing his role well.
And we've got an 8-8 game here, Jimmy. This is looking like our first close game of the season.
Oh, the double lob.
The double loop.
Swatted by Graham. Now they're running. Graham!
Blocked by Galani.
Oh my goodness, the D by Galani there.
Oh, and it's
sweet baby raise. Oh, Galani! With the lob, baby! It seems as if Zeekman missed Galani on the backdoor cut there. Would have been a great play unfolding.
Would have. Oh, Zeekman's pulling that one.
Off back iron.
Nearly finishes it.
Tap by Galani.
And I've been very impressed with Ryan Samuels in this game as we get a timeout here. Officials timeout.
I can't help but agree with you. You know, he's been making his shots. He's been passing the ball when he needs to, not taking any dumb shots.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he's been playing solid defense. Great game out so far for Ryan Samuels.
And sitting here in the booth, Jimmy, me and you both, it seems like we have it out for Samuels. But, you know, you got to give it up to a player when he's performing.
Of course. And, you know, I'll admit, there is a soft spot in my heart for Ryan Samuels. You know, he's just so handsome and he's just so elegant.
And Jimmy, I can't relate to that much. But it looks like this official's timeout is working out all the kinks with the time score over here. We got 35 seconds left in the opening quarter. It's already been a great one.
And the ball is back live. Zeekman on the wing. One of his favorite spots would be the zippy pass to Galani.
And you can see this defense stressing, trying to guard Zeekman out there.
I can't help but agree. He's commanding lots of pressure out there.
As Dylan misses, but Ason follows up for an easy dunk.
Oh, Samuels for three.
And there's that Samuels we've come to know.
You know, I don't even think that one was within 4 feet of the rim. Samuels with the slam as time expires.
And that's the end of the quarter. We are going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Pete Schaefer, for an interview with Liam Graham.
How's it looking out there? Your defense is struggling. What are you going to do to change that?
You know, we just got to stick to our man, start getting the gaps, contest as much as possible, and just keep getting stops.
Good. That's all I got.
And we're back for the second quarter.
And, you know, Alonzo, the first thing I can't help but notice, there's 2 kiddie pools out on the field.
And you got to beware. We're in Aqua Marina, Apex's home field, as Dylan splashes a 3 there. 2 kiddie pools behind each hoop.
And he honestly hesitated to shoot that one, but they left him that space, and he took it.
And, Jimmy, I cannot wait to see the first person go splashing down into the hoops. As Apex extends their lead, 16-8.
Graham with a nice leap off the ground there.
Graham is the only thing keeping him in this game right now. But someone's going to be splashing down soon.
You know, Vegas odds say that Galani is most likely to enter the pool first.
Yep, Galani and Nim are both high-frequency athletes when it comes to splashing in.
And, you know, there's nothing quite like seeing Nathan Mim enter the splash zone, you know. It's just truly electric.
As Dylan with a beautiful cut there.
Radke with the slam. And the ball enters the splash zone. And so does Zeekman simultaneously, Alonzo.
Zeekman with the self-baptization.
Oh. You would have thought nobody. Oh, my goodness. On the O board, the dish.
Dylan
and the slam by Samuels. Zeekman making his appearance known all over the court.
And it seems like all of these players are avoiding those kiddie pools at all costs at this moment.
Radke down low.
Turnover. Rough one. Dylan takes the easy slam.
Dylan's had quite the quarter.
Fatal's really got to get back on defense if they want to hang this.
I totally agree, you know. It's all about effort, it's looking like. Dylan's out there running with a higher motor.
Yep. And Jimmy, I got to ask you, what does Fatal need to do to win this game right now?
Alonzo, I think a lot of this falls on the shoulders of Christian Radke. You know, he's the biggest guy out there, and he's got to be finishing those down low on those littler guys.
I completely agree. I need to see way more from Radke as Dylan is terrorizing this.
Slicing and dicing through the Fatal defense. It's like they're not even trying. Mim with an absolute brick of a jump shot. Galani with the fake. Good defense by Radke
Need
there.
to see buckets here. And instead we see nothing.
It seems as if Apex is employing the cherry-picking strategy with Dylan Samuels.
Yeah, I think Dylan is just playing lackadaisical defense and breaking out on offense for easy slams.
But, you know, it's working. Points are points.
Yes, Apex has busted this one out 23-11.
Graham with the steal.
And Jimmy.
The lob! No
He
good!
smokes an easy one. Jimmy, can we talk about what reports were saying this week all over TikTok? Dylan and Asan, the dynamic duo of the league.
Yeah, you know, apparently they were just seen at this one mini golf course for 72 hours straight.
And the bunny hutch is no joke. When you step onto those greens, Jimmy, what can we say?
It's hard to get off. You know, those greens are unlike anything else in the world. They're, you know, I would consider them an eighth wonder of the world. And Radke with the ice-cold jumper. Dylan slicing and dicing through the defense. Lays it right over Radke.
That one hung on the rim like Pac-Man.
Oh, my goodness. I think you're right. And Mim absolutely bullied by Zeekman there.
We have 1 minute left in this first half as Dylan pulls a three. Nails it. Dylan is going crazy this game.
Really making his case for MVP.
I mean, easily has to be the MVP favorite through 3 games now. Or 2 games has Apex played? Yeah.
And Graham to the lane with the slam. But Dylan's running right away and gets the slam dunk right back.
And Jimmy, what can we say about these players not stepping in front of dunk attempts? It seems like this league has gone soft.
You know, Alonzo, once again, I think it falls on the hands of Christian Radke as their biggest guy and the biggest guy in the league. Oh my goodness, Nathan Mim!
Humpty Dumpty, he just cracked that egg!
Son diddly do! Oh my goodness!
Oh, that's a travel, ref!
With a blatant travel, and he gets called for it.
And he's got a confused look on his face, and I gotta wonder why. That was 4 steps. He just took a vacation to Bali.
Some might even say he took a vacation to Edmonton.
You know, I don't know where that is.
Zeekman at the buzzer. It's good!
Counts for 2. We are going into the half with Apex in a commanding second quarter with a 15-point lead. Let's send it down to Bingo Sharpie and the boys for a halftime analysis. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for the halftime analysis for the Haloball League Week 2 matchup between Fatal and Apex. I am with my co-host,
Todd David.
And I'm, of course, Elmo Giddy.
And I am, of course, Bingo Sharpie. Boys, what did we see in that first half?
We saw Apex take over in that second quarter, nonetheless because of Dylan Samuels. But I will say, Christian Radke, an absolute anchor.
I couldn't agree with you more, Todd. You know, we saw him missing many open dunks and just playing sloppily.
Elmo, do we see a future for Christian Radke in this league, or is he getting shipped off to Guangdong?
I think Guangdong could be written in the books pretty soon for Christian Radke.
I could not agree more. His performance is just awful in this game.
I'll say this, it could be written in the sand and wiped away if Christian Radke can get a hold of those hand-eye coordination sticky fingers.
You know, when it comes to Radke, it's all about whether or not he can unlock the sticky fingers ability. Well, once he can do that, his sky's the limit.
Completely agreed.
Honestly, get some wide receiver gloves out there, and he'll be set.
And that was the halftime analysis. Christian Radke, we are looking for more. I am Bingo Sharpie.
I am Todd David.
And I'm Elmo Giddy.
Back to you. And we're back. Thank you, Bingo Sharpie and the boys, for an electric halftime analysis.
I gotta say, heads off to Bingo Sharpie. Some great analysis.
Yes, sir. And we are here for the opening tip of the second half. Apex has taken a commanding lead over Fatal.
And that's been the story of this entire game. Just Dylan Samuels dominating. Just running in transition, getting those easy buckets, and playing great defense.
And you got to say the absence of Nate Meyer, who is on a vacation currently, is really hurting Fatal this week.
Some might call him a simp. Some might say he's doing what's necessary, but it is really negatively impacting the team.
Yep. And in this second half, I'm really looking for Liam Graham stepping up and showing his prowess and why he was that third overall pick.
As Mim misses the jumper and nearly corralled by Samuels. Graham with the deflection. In transition, it's Graham with the lay over Zeekman.
I thought we were going to get our first splashdown into the Aqua Marina.
It's slotted by Mim! Oh, Lord!
Eureka!
Diddly! Zooey mama, baby!
And Jimmy, did you notice our referee wearing those shades looking fly?
I couldn't help but notice that Stripes was looking very dapper today.
Dylan pulls a three, looking to do it all, playing some hero ball.
Dylan not seeming to have that same impact as he had last quarter already. As Graham pulls the jump shot off the catch, off the front of the rim. The halo.
And Jimmy, after that week one, we analyzed some of those stats. The three-point shot is not a high-quality look.
It really isn't, but, you know, towards the end of this season... Oh, my God! And Galani takes a tumble, baby! Right into the splash zone!
Aquaman called for the Beluga Splish Splash!
Oh, my goodness! Asan Galani, a walking highlight reel, in and out of the pool! It seems as if he's hobbling now.
And you can see those leg hairs all over his leg straightened out after dipping into the sauna water. Oh, and he takes off the shoes.
Will the dogs be coming out, ladies and gentlemen?
And Aquamarina definitely becoming a factor in today's game.
I mean, yeah, no, if I'm Galani, I'm thinking, who likes to wear wet socks?
And when I'm in Galani's mind and I'm thinking, why do I need wet socks right now? What else am I thinking?
I'm
Jimmy?
thinking I might just have to bring out the dogs. As Zeekman. As Zeke with the mislay. Gathered by Samuels.
Mim, arf.
And here goes Mim with the
And Samuels off to Nim.
Mim taking charge. Oh my God, gets stuffed by the line. Call him Papa John's stuffed cheesy bread.
And that's an and one for Samuels. As the water gets wet, a player entering the booth. Savage.
You know, a guy like Christian Radke, he's just unhinged. And we saw it there. As Dylan knocks down what I believe to be the first made free throw in a Haloball League history.
Mark it in history. If you're watching right now, you saw the first ever free throw make. I can't believe my eyes.
You know, it's truly amazing what the pioneers of this league are able to create.
And I can't say enough great things about Dylan Samuels and his shooting ability. It is so pure.
So pure. Purer than that. Purer than Aunt Jemima's peanut butter jelly spread.
I mean, it's even purer than that kava juice from Chipotle.
You know, Alonzo, I really have no clue what you just said there. I'm just gonna act like you didn't. And Karate! Oh my goodness!
Oh, shooter recruiter!
Oh my goodness! Did you see that Galani?
Off the wet knees,
ending lives.
Oh, no call for
Graham
ref.
takes his tumble.
That was an interesting sequence. No one can stop Samuels.
Especially Samuels. And Graham for the lob! It is no good.
And he got a foot there into the pool.
You know, I gotta ask you, Alonzo. What case do you think Galani has for Deepway at this time?
Oh!
Right as I say it!
I think Galani has definitely a top 3 case for now for Deepway. He's up there with the likes of Zeekman and Norberg, you know?
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't mention Landon.
I mean, Landon is an electric leader, but not really a Deepway player.
I would have to disagree with you. You know, the metrics would have to disagree with you as well.
And I'm not an advanced stats kind of guy, and I know you are, Jimmy, but I look at what's on the court and what I'm really seeing.
What a hustle play there by Graham to no avail. And Galani rises up!
Slams that ball home like a ducky in a pond.
Here goes Samuels. The floater's no good. Seems as if every shot he takes is a floater. And
Yeah.
Zeekman playing defense there on his own team for some reason.
A loose ball in the water. And Dylan is not afraid to get in there and get his hands wet.
No, it's been known time and time again that Dylan is not one to shy away from.
And Graham hits a three as the third quarter expires. A buzzer beater!
Classic Alonzo. Gotta love to see that.
And now let's send it back down to Pete Schaefer for his electrifying interview with Ehsan Galani, the Water Warrior.
Thanks, boys. We're down here with Alani. I have a couple questions to ask you. It seems that after you fell in the water, your defense improved. How does that make any sense?
I don't know. It just got me going. I think I'm the best defensive player out here. So,
We love that confidence. Also, how's it like playing with your amazing dynamic duo partner, Dylan Samuels? He seems to be having a great game.
Yeah, he's amazing. I think he's the best one out here, and then I'm right there at number 2.
Amazing. Back to you, boys.
And the fourth quarter kicking off here. Apex with still a commanding lead.
A 17-point lead. I think that Fatal could have it in their bag for a comeback here. We just have to buckle in and see.
You know, Radke checks back into the game. He goes for the lob. Dylan is not having any of that. Just like how my mom was not having any of my Xbox Fortnite purchases.
And we know Robin to be really upset with some of those, 2017, 2018 wild purchases that Jimmy Terror made.
You know, but at the end of the day, his locker was quite decked out, I must say.
And since then, his prefrontal cortex has done a lot of growing, and him and Robin have worked things out. So shout out to them for what they've done so far.
As we see Zeekman in the low post. On Samuels, the smaller guy, throws up the layup. Not even close!
It looked like Zeekman wanted that blueberry jam.
Honestly, all over his pancakes.
But he could not get it.
Radke moving the ball in transition. Graham, the jump shot, no good. Rebound, Graham, through the legs of Radke on the pass. A miscommunication there.
And I think their only hope right now is Graham continuing to just jack those threes up. He's not getting much from his teammates.
And Radke seems to be affected by the Intimidator badge that Ehsan Galani has on Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm. And we heard Ehsan say he thinks he's the second best player in this league in that interview.
I mean, I don't hate the take.
Truly. You know, Jimmy, I can say that I kind of hate the take.
I mean,
you've got players like Ing or Zeekman that are coming for that crown at number 2.
You know, Zeekman might have a better case than Galani, but we'll just have to wait and see how it unfolds.
And Radke's hands are proving an issue in today's game as he just lets another one slip by.
It seems to be a confidence issue with Radke.
And Apex ought to name that play the Dylan special, the way he just leaks out in transition. Seems
as if Radke was trying to kill a bird with that shot.
Got 2 for 1. And if anybody knows Jake from the most famous movie, you know which one I'm talking about, Jimmy.
Oh, of course.
You know, the one about the prison.
Yeah.
Jimmy, I don't think you know what I'm talking about.
Oh my goodness, Radke goes flailing up into the air.
As the deploy candidate Ehsan hacks him.
Sorry, Alonzo, what movie were you talking about?
Shawshank Redemption? Are you familiar?
Familiar.
I mean, we can't say enough good things about that movie. You can compare it to Ehsan's defense.
And his entire Haloball career as of late. And Arce, oh my goodness, swatted by Galani!
Ryan Samuels, you saw him there? Did you see him point for the up? He wanted a lob.
And, you know, I'm not even sure if he can dunk on this height.
Calling for a lob is outrageous at that scale.
And Ryan gets his lob, gives it straight to Radke, and Radke
gets hacked and no call.
An outrageous no call there by Stripes.
I think those ref shades it may be tinted because he can't see anything.
Or maybe he's just sleeping and you can't see his eyes. Ben Gordon is known to have issues with falling asleep on the job.
And Jimmy, we've talked about that circadian rhythm before. It seems like it just cannot line up these days for Stripes.
Clearly. As Radke lines up to shoot one. Oh my goodness!
Babies.
Ryan Samuels just putting his head down after that one.
We got a timeout on the field. Apex with a commanding lead, but it has been cut down to 13. And how much time do we have in the fourth quarter?
With only a minute and 30 left in this game, we're sure not to see any more.
Just run it back because it's timeout anyways. Go ahead. 10 minutes 22.
With less than 2 minutes on the clock here, I'm just not seeing a world in which Fatal comes back.
And I think if Fatal wants to win this game, they may have to insert the hack a Zekeman strategy. It may be their only hope at this point.
Everyone's aware of the hack a Zeke, you know? It's a classic strategy. But another one they might have to employ is Nathan Mim, the soaking wet jumper.
And I don't know why Samuels is in this fourth quarter. It's questioning when you got a guy like Nim on the bench.
It might just... Oh, Galani with the steal. Gets Radke with the Pop-Tart! And the slam.
Aquamarina Battle Dome is jumping right now in the final minute of this game.
It seems as if Ryan Samuels might have his vision messed up after that shot.
Looking quite impaired as depoy candidate Galani airballs a three.
Samuels in transition. Sets the screen for Graham. Jumper's no good.
And it doesn't matter how good of a shooter you are in basketball. When you come to Haloball, it's a different right.
You know, as the clock winds down, you got to look at the story of this game, and it has been an absolute masterclass by Dylan Samuels.
It's almost certain we'll see him as the player of the game. I'm in awe of the amount of points that this man scored single-handedly.
I'm also amazed, but also he couldn't have done it without his second-hand man, Cody Zekeman.
Yeah, and without his second man, Cody Zekeman, and the third man, Jake Zekeman, I just don't see Apex winning this game. As time is winding down now.
Zekeman with the...
Give him the blueberry jam right off the left iron. That's the end of the game. Apex takes this one 44-32.
And, you know, some might have thought that Fatal was going to win this game because they didn't know how the absence of Nate Meyer would affect them.
But little did we know, player of the game, Dylan Samuels, went off for an electric masterpiece.
We'll send this one
to ourselves.
To Todd David for some end-of-game analysis.
I am Todd David here with my co-host,
Todd David. We're here with Dylan Samuels after an absolutely electrifying masterclass from him. Dylan, what was your headspace going into this game?
You know, it was a different team than last week. I didn't know what to expect out of our squad, but I thought if we just stuck to the game plan, get a couple quick, easy baskets, and just keep them paced at our level, we would get the dub.
And Dylan, I have to ask, who on Fatal was allowing you so many easy buckets? Like, why was the game so easy out there for you?
I don't think it was just one player. I think it was their strategy on defense. Just, I don't want to say not hustling back, but it was a lot of open lanes that I thought shouldn't have been there, and I just took advantage of that.
This has been your Haloball post-time show. I'm Todd David.
And I am Todd David. We are signing off.
Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.